revealed to me telepathically through her and through my contacts and sightings with her ship. And the first point is spiritual awakening and self-realization, that we are spirits in bodies, physical bodies, and that we gain some kind of spiritual awakening, self-realization through higher consciousness, through development practices such as meditation, astral travel, which astral travel will allow you to experience and prove to yourself that you have a conscious and existent part of you that can separate from the physical and journey into new realms, or realms that no one's maybe considered before.
Right. That's
second. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like when they were talking astral. That's astral. That's going like out of body. For those who don't understand what you meant by that, go ahead. Yep.
The soul travel, or other words, you could call it that. The second point would be our brainwave resonance. They specifically told me this must be elevated as well as slowed down into the alpha, theta, delta, gamma, and epsilon rates. This is achieved by meditation to special music, not just any music, but there's a special kind of music that I will recommend at the end of this protocol here that is keyed into these specific levels. And this is mandatory. She told me this is absolutely mandatory for contact with ETs, because our brain waves, which also control our instinctual reactive part of our body's movements as well as our feelings, are keyed into our brainwave levels and our thoughts. And there is specific music that has been created that has been keyed in to these alpha, brainwave, theta, delta, gamma, and epsilon rates. And this is very, very important. It's probably the most important point of the whole the apex of the protocol. The point 3 is a fundamental understanding of creation and its cosmic laws by already disseminated teachings given by ETs on creation and these cosmic laws. Now, anybody can look around, do some research, and find, especially through Billy Meyer's material, which I recommend some of his material, but not all of it. I recommend a lot of it. Is very important for understanding cosmic laws. His contact girl, Samjasi from the Pleiades, has revealed some incredible information about creation and the laws of nature and creation and spirit. And that is very, very extremely valuable, and is probably the best disseminated teaching ever given ever spoken by an extraterrestrial on creation. And I highly recommend it. Samjasi's explanation to Billy Meyer on specifically creation, and I can give a link to that at the end. The final point, number 4, is that the desire to injure or be mean or ridicule and harm other beings must be eradicated by your own personal initiative daily, but not the self-preservation instinct. That, of course, remains. I mean, it's all right to defend yourself, of course, but if you're unprovoked, you're attacked. But the desire to injure or be mean and ridicule all these primitive, these lowest states, to harm others and everything, it's in all of us to some degree to another. But we have to learn how to eradicate it and learn why it's bad and why it's mean, because it blocks us from any kind of higher consciousness when we have that meanness in us, or that harm, or any kind of ridicule, rejection of other, fellow beings. Yeah, those are the 4 main points.
So it's on those 4 points, which are seem pretty logical. Of the one you specified about the music, so that people here, remember what kind of music on that note. And
yeah, the music is you can go to neuroacoustic.com, neuroacoustic neuracoustic.com. That's neuracoustic.html. That's neuracoustic.com /meditation.html. And that's Dr. Jeffrey Thompson is the creator of this series.
No,
and it's extremely valuable.
Is it only like that music, or is it like, for example, what about...
No, you can, there's other, go on.
What about like a utilizing Tibetan bowls?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'll work too. There's, they're probably keyed into delta or theta even, But any kind of, I wasn't saying any kind of, but mostly this music has been created specifically through like scientific research. This Dr. Jeffrey Thompson has done a lot of valuable research in it. And
any of you out there, if you missed it, just don't worry. It's going to be this show's going to be archived, so you can redo it over and over and over until you get the link right and get that music. Now, the link that you were talking about with Billy Myers, with his the information regarding what you were just, can you relate that? What's the link to that?
Okay, the link for there is www.figu.org/portal/spiritual teachings /introduction to the spiritual teachings. If you just go to Figu and you look for the portal on spiritual teachings and introduction to the spiritual teachings, you'll find it. You'll come up with it.
Right.
You'll come up with a huge, very large explanation by some Yasi, Billy Myers' contact girl from the Pleiades, and I honestly think it's the most concise and the most beautiful spiritual explanation ever spoken by an extraterrestrial on planet Earth.
So, on switching over to this other, because I know that's all really important. What have Abana? What has she said about in relationship to disclosure or political and so-called New World Order? And I'll even add in fact, we had an earlier discussion before we got on air about the recent attempt by NASA to shoot a missile, a rocket at the moon to see if there's actually H2O, water.
Yep.
What information do you have from her regarding, like I say, aforementioned with the NWO, New World Order things, our government, the politics, and including that, what we just mentioned?
As far as disclosure goes, I'll hit that first. Abena herself, by revealing what she's revealed to me over the summer, over like the last time she demonstrated this plasma thing with me, and she was really disclosing. She took up the fact for disclosure to me, at least, and she really hit it home, I think, by revealing all this summer to me. So she was really disclosing it, disclosing her nature, disclosing the power of these craft, what they were capable of. And really, I've only seen about 25% of what these triangular craft are really capable of doing. There's a whole 75% yet to go.